Hello everyone, myself Himanshu Dhupia. I welcome you all at Universal Group of Institutions YouTube channel. Today we're going to talk about the previous year questions which have been asked in the UPSC CSE Prelims examinations, and these are the topics I've taken for today. That the question related to these topics, and these all topics are the part of United Nations system. If you want to know about the United Nations system, watch our previous videos related to all the principal organs, specialized agencies, what is the India's bid for the UNSC. You watch those videos, and the links for those videos has been put in the description box, so go check it out. And remember, all these videos, questions are important not only for the UPSC but for all the examinations. Example being UPSC, SSC, CUET PG, UGC NET, okay, CLAT examinations. It will help you in all the examinations. So go, please make sure you subscribe the channel for such type of videos in the constant basis. So let's move with the first question, and this particular question has been asked in 2024 prelims, okay, and it is an agency related question. The name of the agency is World Toilet Organization. See, the question was, consider the following statements regarding World Toilet Organization. It is one of the agencies of the United Nations. World Toilet Summit, World Toilet Day, and World Toilet College are the initiatives of this organization to inspire action to tackle and global sanitation, okay, sanitation crisis. Third statement is the main focus of its function is to grant funds to the least developed countries and developing countries to achieve the end of open defecation. These are the three options. So students, see, the statements are two only, three only, one and two on, and two and three. Let's break down this question. First of all, it is not the agencies of United Nations. So first option is wrong. Okay, it is not the agency of United Nations. Secondly, World Toilet Summit, World Toilet Day, and World Toilet College are the initiative of this organization. Yes, these are the initiatives of this organization. Third option, the main focus of its function to grant funds. No, the main focus of World Toilet Organization not grant funds. Remember, World Bank will grant the funds related to that. So 3 is also not the correct statement. So what would be the answer, students? Answer would be simply A, 2 only. This would be the right answer. Let's break down this. Let me explain this particular question for you, and this is how your approach should be in all the questions you are solving. Remember, it's not that simply you just see the question, write the correct answer and let it move. No, you have to go into depth. If you follow this strategy, UPSC will be very easy to clear. So first of all, World Toilet Organization is a global non-profit organization. Remember, it works to improve sanitation and toilet conditions everywhere in the world. Okay, so first statement was that it is a organization, like it is an agency of United Nations agency. No, because it is a non-profit, it is a NGO, and this person Jack Sim, he established this independent organization in which year? In 2001. In which country? Singapore. This is the Singapore's map where the Strait of Malacca is there. Okay, now why he established this independent organization? To address the world's sanitation issues. Although it functions independently of United Nations agencies, it collaborates with a variety of stakeholders, including United Nations. You have to remember that. Second statement is true. Reason is that every year experts comes from the world together to discuss the sanitation issues at the World Toilet Summit, and it is organized by whom? WTO. It is organized by the WTO, all this summit basically. And in order to highlight the significance, World Toilet Day in 2001 was established. Okay, when we celebrate the World Toilet Day on 19th November, you have to remember that. Also in 2013, it was endorsed by United Nations. It's not the agency, you have to remember that. Okay, now third statement is untrue. Why? Because while the WTO provides a venue for collaboration among stakeholders like governments, universities, NGOs, and corporations, its core objective, whose WTO World Toilet Organization's core objective is lobbying, capacity building, and world and raising awareness. You have to remember that. Okay, fine. So it does not directly implement public health policy, but to attempt to influence them. You have to remember that. Its third statement was wrong, only second was correct. And these are the hooks you can put in the UPSC mains answer writing related to the cleanliness and sanitation, because it is related to the SDG 6 also. Okay, children, education, open defecation, investment. So these all are the hooks you can start your answers with, remember. Okay, this is how you should solve any UPSC CSC prelim question in detail, so that new questions generate from the previous, like for the existing questions. Let's move to the second one. This question has been asked in 2022 prelims. It is a committee related question, and the question was, with reference to United Nations Credential Committee, consider the following statements. It is a committee set up by United Nations UNSC Security Council and works under its supervision. Second option, it traditionally meets in March, June, and September every year. Third, it assesses the credentials of all United Nations members before submitting a report to General Assembly for approval. Okay, so let's see. See, second option is definitely wrong, because it's not the fixed timing that they have to meet in such and such timing only. You to remember that. Okay, so second option is definitely wrong. See, what is the thing? First option is also wrong. Reason is that it is a committee set up by UNGA, not UNSC. Remember, so that's why first option is wrong. And traditionally means no, because it meets as required. Whenever the convenes happen, they can meet. So second option is also wrong. So which one is correct? Third only. 3 only is the right answer. Okay, because it assesses the credentials of all United Nations members before submitting a report to General Assembly for approval. Okay, if I break down what exactly this committee is for, student, when it is formed, a new credential committee is formed at the beginning of every regular session of the United Nations General Assembly, usually September every year. Remember, so whenever the UNGA session starts, before that credential committee is set up. Second option, who select the member of credentials committee? Answer is president of the General Assembly, secretary basically. Okay, so it recommends 9 countries to the committee. These are then officially approved by the General Assembly. What does this committee do, students? It checks whether the people representing each country are properly chosen. Means, if suppose a representative, they're choosing a representative from India, this particular committee checks the credential of the person, whether the person is the right person or not. Okay, that his credentials are valid and correct. Who submits the credentials? Obviously, each country's representative must be officially approved by the country's president, prime minister, or foreign minister. Okay, and then those credentials are sent to United Nations Secretary General. What happens after the review? Like, who will review it? United Nations General Secretary has reviewed it. After that, committee will write a report about which countries have valid credentials and send that report back to UNGA for the final approval. So thing is, why this question has been asked in 2022? Because in 2022, Afghanistan, the regime changed and Taliban took over. During that time, the we were having the ambassador Isak Zai. He is the ambassador of Afghanistan in the United Nations. So now they chose, like, he was already working in the United Nations, and now the regime changed. So now it was the question, because who submit the credential? Taliban was supposed to submit the credentials, and Taliban did not, approved the representative. So what's the way forward? The way forward is simple. that this particular representative, if he is not endorsed by the government, then United Nations General Assembly will endorse it. Okay, that's why it was in the news. So that's why current affairs are important, right? Fine. So this is about the United Nations Credentials Committee. Now, third question. With reference to United Nations General Assembly, consider the following statements. The United Nations General Assembly can grant observer status to the non-member state. Means if a state or a country or an area is not the member of United Nations, they can also be granted observer status or not. That is the question. Second is, intergovernmental organization can seek observer state in the UNGA. Third is, permanent observers in the United Nations General Assembly can maintain missions at the United Nations headquarters. And the option was, which of the statements are correct? This question has been asked in 2022 prelims UPSC CSC examination. So if I talk about the options, so yes, all of the options are true. Reason being, UN Assembly can grant observer status, yes, and the intergovernmental organization can seek observer status in the United Nations General Assembly, yes, and the permanent observers in the United Nations General Assembly can maintain their missions at the United Nations headquarters. All the three options are correct. Okay, so first of all, what is observer status? So observer status is a special privilege given by the UNGA to entities that are not the full member of United Nations. Okay, that is the observer status. Can they vote? They cannot vote. Remember that observer status. This is a special privilege, but they can attend the meetings, they can participate in the discussions, they can receive the official United Nations documents, but they cannot vote. Remember. Okay, second is, who grants this observer status? Answer is UNGA has the power to grant. Okay, generally this decision is usually made by the consensus, but can also be decided through a majority vote if needed. Now, some examples of non-member observer states are Vatican City, where the Pope says so. Holy See, this particular city has the permanent observer status in 1964. It is not a United Nations member, remember, because of its unique nature as a religious entity. Second example is State of Palestine. It was granted non-member observer status in 2012. Although it's not a full United Nations member, but Palestine can participate in debates and activities. And the last one, why observer status matters? I think you know till now, because if Palestine and Vatican City was not given, so their voices might have not raised anywhere in the world. So it allows the non-member states to be the part of global conversation. It provides diplomatic recognition, and it is a step toward the United Nations membership. This is what that's why the statement first is correct. If I talk about the difference between the United full members of United member states and not the full members of United Nations observer state, if I talk about the difference between United Nations member states and United Nations observer states, this particular table will help you out. Okay, so please look it. You can take the screenshot, you can pause it, you can read it. Okay, you make the notes out of it. Second option, intergovernmental organization can seek observer status in the United Nations General Assembly. Definitely correct, because what are the IGOs? International governmental organization. These are the formal institutions made up of sovereign countries or states as the members, created by a treaty or agreement. Example being, best example is EU, European Union. Second is African Union. Third is Arab League, and the fourth is Organization of Islamic Cooperation. These are the intergovernmental organizations. Okay, so UNGA has granted, okay, observer status to these ICOs, and they can participate in United Nations discussions and proceedings. What they cannot do, they do not have the voting rights. They cannot sponsor or co-sponsor any resolution. They can attend the meetings, they can make the statements, they can receive the official United Nations documents, and they can engage in the diplomatic interactions. This is what the observer states. Okay. Third is, and this is the more data, that United Nations was is an observer since 1974, African Union since 1986, Arab League since 1945, and OIC since 1969. Okay, so this is why the statement 2 was correct. Third is permanent observer. So permanent observer is an entity that has granted observer state by the United Nations General Assembly. It has a maintained permanent presence and mission at United Nations headquarters in New York. They can participate in UN meetings and discussions, but they do not have proper voting rights. And these are some of the IJ we already discussed. Okay, so just go through it once. So this is what our question is all about. Next question, and before next question, I would like to know that whether you like this, liking this particular series or not. If you're liking this particular series about United Nations, you can comment that you want such series regarding other world institutions like IMF, World Bank, WTO also. So we will make sure we will create such lecture series on that also, on those particular institutions also. Okay, so make sure you comment you like this video. Also, you make sure to subscribe, keep the notification icon on, bell notification, so that the moment we post such type of videos, you can get the notification firstly. Okay, fine. Let's move to the next question, that rapid financing instrument and rapid credit facility are related to provisions of lending by which one of the following? This question has been asked in 2022 prelims, and the options are ADB, Asian Development Bank, International Monetary Fund, United Nations Environment Program Finance Initiative, and the World Bank. So what would be your answer, students? Any idea? Can you tell me in the comment box? You pause this video and think that these two instruments or credit facility comes under which of the following? Okay, see, the answer is IMF. So rapid finance instrument and rapid credit facility both comes under IMF. Okay, so what exactly is rapid financing instrument? Let me tell you that rapid financing instrument of IMF provides quick financial assistance to member countries facing urgent balance of payment needs. Means if their balance of payments means they are not having enough forex, their imports are more than the exports, in that type of situation RFI comes into the picture. And it was created as the broader IMF reform to make financial support more flexible for diverse member country needs, because all the countries that is in the IMF are not of the same status. Okay, many are developed, underdeveloping, developing. These are the countries. So for that, now RFI replaced the IMF's previous emergency assistance policy. So there was a assistance policy, EAP, emergency assistance policy. It has been replaced by rapid financing instrument. You have to remember that. Okay, and what is RCF, students? RCF is a rapid concessional financial assistance to low income countries, LICs, facing urgent balance of payment needs. It was created under what? PRGT. So RFI was created under, like, it was like superseded EAP, emergency assistance policy. But RCF was created under what? Poverty Reduction Growth Trust. It was a part of, again, IMF reforms to make financial support more flexible for diverse low income countries. See, this is for the emergency. Any country can face it. Even the, like, India, China, USA can face it. But RCF is designed especially for the low income countries. Okay, so no ex post conditionality is required, where a full-fledged economic program is neither necessary nor feasible for the low income countries. That's the difference between RCA and RFI. Okay, I hope this solves your doubts. Okay, now let's move to the next question, that consider the following statements. The 21st February is declared to be the International Mother Language Day by UNICEF. Second option, the demand that Bangla has one of the national languages was raised in the Constituent Assembly of Pakistan. Which of the following statement is correct? The question has been asked already in 2021 prelims, and the option are A only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, neither 1 or 2. Okay, so First of all, 21st February is declared International Mother Language Day. Yes, it is true, but it is not declared by UNICEF. It is declared by whom? Which? UNESCO. Okay, this particular United Nations agency. The demand that Bangla has to be one of the national language was raised in Constituent Assembly of Pakistan. Yes, this is true. Okay, so option one is inaccurate because UNESCO did it. And when was it approved, students? Answer is 1999. Okay, and it was approved at 1999 and it was observed globally since 2000. So Bangladesh is having role in International Mother Day select days. Okay, now second option is correct because after the creation of Pakistan in 1947, right now Bangladesh, at that time it was the East Pakistan. The Bangladesh was having majority Bengali speaking population. In 1948, in Eastern Pakistan, the demand happened that we want Bangla as one of the national languages of East Pakistan, Bangladesh. But Mr. Jinnah, Prime Minister at that time, he totally refused that Urdu will be the only one, language. That's it. And what happened? So East Pakistan means Bangladesh mother language is decided by the Pakistan. So the protest erupted, and that's why, on the memory of those students protesting deaths, we celebrate the International Mother Language Day on 21st February 1952. Since then, it is recognized till then like that. 1952, it recognized in 1999. So that's the thing. So I hope all these questions, those have been asked in examination already. I told you with the exam year also, it was helpful explaining, right? So if you want more such videos, please let us in the comment box. And I hope if you like this lecture, please like this video. Make sure to subscribe the channel at least. Okay, fine. Because in upcoming videos, I will talk about the nuclear supply group and NPT. I will talk about the International Atomic Energy Agency, International Labour Organization, United Nations Habitat, Nuclear Security Summits, International Panel on Fissile Materials, Global Infrastructure Facility, and International Solar Alliance. The questions based on these topics I will discuss in the next video. You make sure you be there. Okay, so stay tuned. Thank you so much and see you in the next one.